Hello. Today we're going to talk about a very unpopular subject, and that is delinquent payroll taxes. If you own a business and you have not paid your payroll taxes or have not filed your quarterly payroll tax returns, you are incurring substantial penalties, maybe to the tune of as much as 45% a year, to use the government's money. I'm Bill Simon with the firm of W.H. Simon & Company. We are a CPA firm that specializes in representing people before the Internal Revenue Service. I have an extensive background with IRS, more than 15 years, most of that in a top level or an executive management position with IRS. For the last 25 years, our firm has done nothing but represent people before the Internal Revenue Service and on occasion the Florida Department of Revenue or other departments of revenue in different states. The problem with payroll taxes is the interest cost and the penalty cost put you in a situation where it's very difficult to recover. So the most important thing is don't ever get in that situation. Make sure that you make your federal tax deposits on payroll on time and that you file the tax returns on time. Even if you cannot pay the taxes due with the tax return, file the return. By not filing the tax return, you incur up to a 25% penalty of the tax that is due simply by not sending in the piece of paper. Many people believe that you will, in fact, stave off, if you will, the attack from IRS by doing that. Well, you may delay it, but IRS will eventually come to see you, and at that point the number is much greater and the problem is much greater. So keep that in mind as you make decisions with your business. The next thing to do is to consider that you can become personally liable for a portion of that tax liability, the trust fund portion, the amount of money that is withheld from employees for their federal income tax, their FICA, and the Medicare taxes. Yes, you can become personally liable for that. And those taxes, once assessed against you in the form of a trust fund recovery penalty, cannot even be discharged in bankruptcy. So you're stuck with that liability, and it's a very devastating situation. And what we see so many times happening is that people will get in trouble with their payroll taxes, and the first thing they do is reach out to their banks, and their banks decline to advance any more money. The next step is to look at the use of personal credit cards to try to fund this. And the next step is to begin to take equity loans out on your home. And of course, most of us in today's economy find ourselves with the equity in their home decreasing. In addition, many people will have retirement accounts that they will bleed out the money from the retirement account to fund the cash flow needs of their company. All of those are drastic mistakes, because if you're making those kind of payments and the business doesn't survive, then you can in fact find yourself with no business, no job, no income, and now you owe IRS personally a large amount of money, and you've depleted all of those personal assets and ability to borrow money on credit cards and other sources of borrowing that you don't have now to survive on. So it's very critical that a thorough evaluation be made of the business and how, in fact, this business is going to survive. So many times clients come to us in that situation after they've done all of those wrong things and made all of those fatal mistakes, and now IRS is wanting to come and get them personally and assess the taxes personally against them and create a monumental liability problem for them individually. And that is a sad situation, and we hope to avoid that by asking you to contact us at the email address listed below before you get into that situation. But if you're already there and you still need help, we can certainly help you with many of those areas. We continually update these videos on our YouTube channel. We invite you to peruse that on occasion, because usually on a weekly basis there is a new video on different subject matters dealing with IRS problems. We thank you very much for your attention. And if you will email us with your problems, we will be in touch with you within 24 hours. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for your attention and look forward to hearing from you.